These are your starters. Starting in goal, number 30, Mike Mills. Please skate out right to the blue line. Thank you. At right defense, number 19, Jamie Bird. At left defense, number 31, Tony Bronya. At center, number 17, A.J. Hernecker. At right wing, number 16, Jeff Howell. And at left wing, number 24, Dave Schumacher. Also, number 3, Tim Sebo. Number 4, Terry Fisher. Number 5, Steve Sands. Number 6, Buddy Edwards. Number 7, Mike Mattel. Number 9, Mike Dirks. Number 10, Tom Fitchner. Number 12, Kevin Mahar. Number 15, Joe DiBattista. Number 18, Kyle Van Putty. Number 20, Mike Lepani. 21, Tony Radona. 22, Rob Howell. 23, Justin Polizzi. 25, Mike Dosher. 26, Chris Ford. And number 1, John Monroe. The Greece coach is Ray Maluda, assistant Mike Dosher. Assistant Joe Maluda. For Aquinas, starting in goal, number 25, Bob Perello. At right defense, number 2, Joe Carello. At left defense, number 12, Brian Flanagan. At center, number 23, Chris Fess. At right wing, number 15, Stan Ewing. And at left wing, number 21, Paul Colucci. And the rest of the team, number 1, Aaron Jabalski. Number 9, Jeff Nuccitelli. Number 22, Chris Foote. Number 26, Grady Monks. Number 19, Terry Antonora. Number 10, John Roskowski. Number 24, Mike Sloan. Number 16, Tony Ewing. Number 18, Dave Vareca. Number 20, Chris Schultz. Number 4, Tim Tarantello. Number 6, Dan May. Number 8, Jim Musklau. Number 30, Mike Kearns. And number 31, Brian Kelly. Aquinas coach, Richard Gamble, assistant, Rob Liberator. Your officials for this afternoon's game are Keith Meyer and Pete Dawes. Goal judges are Dan Barrows and Mike Quinlan. Penalty box attendants are Chris Scarlatta, Don Toby. Timers are Tom Durbini and Dan Webb and Mike Durbini. We'd now like to ask you all to please stand for the national anthem.
Community War Memorial. It is the Section 5 hockey final between the Grease Lightning and the Aquinas Little Irish. Aquinas unbeaten in league play this year at 18-0, 2-0 in the playoffs so far, and their only loss was to St. Joe's at Genesee Valley Park back in December by a score of 5-1, and then they turned the tables, defeating St. Joe's of Buffalo 3-2 in Buffalo. The Grease Lightning 13-5-0 on the regular season, 2-0 in the playoffs, and they won the West Genesee tournament, beating both Saratoga Springs and Fulton. The home team, the Aquinas Little Irish, and the visiting team, the Grease Lightning. Grease getting into the playoffs with 2 victories. They defeated Bishop Kearney 9-1 at Lakeshore, and then defeating Pittsford last Wednesday night 7-2 at Genesee Valley. Aquinas beating Brockport by a score of 10-1 at Lakeshore, and then a thrilling overtime victory. Aquinas beating McQuaid 4-3 on Tuesday night at Genesee Valley. We are underway with the league's leading scorer, Chris Fess, facing off for Aquinas. And we are underway as Grease will go from left to right, and Aquinas going from right to left. Aquinas, the defending champion, beating Batavia last year by a score of 6-2 here at the War Memorial, the home of the Rochester Emeralds. Now Ewing throws it up too far for Colucci, and it's sent back in by the Grease Lightning. Back in to get it now is Schumacher. Schumacher punches up against Corello. That is Joe Corello. Bob Corello in goal for the Aquinas Little Irish, and Mike Mills for the Grease Lightning. Both teams a little tentative here on this big ice surface as Grease moves it out of their own end. And they work it up for Bronya with a shot, and Corello makes the save, and the puck is cleared by Joe Corello out to center ice. And back to get it now for Grease is Bronya, Tony Bronya. Colucci gets a stick at it, and he sends it out now for Corello. Or Corello knocks it ahead, rather, and back behind the net. It's up against the boards, and it's Howell, and lost to Nusatelli. Jeff Nusatelli up ice now for Aquinas. Nusatelli has it poked away from him by Steve Sand, number 5 for Grease. There's no score with 13:53 remaining in the first period, and we have a whistle, and the faceoff will come outside the blue line of Grease with no score. Chris Fess scoring 51 goals on the season. Not a bad year. 51 goals, 19 assists, 70 points. That's the league record for goals. He broke Teal Fowler's Batavia record of 42 set 3 years ago. Aquinas with the puck as they bring it out of their own end. And then it's knocked back in, and back to get it is Stan Ewing. Ewing taking a check from Chris Ford of Grease. Aquinas cannot clear, and we're going to get a crease violation, and the faceoff will come outside the Aquinas blue line. With 13:32 remaining in the first period of play from the Rochester Community War Memorial. And fresh troops come on now for both teams. And it is going to be Fess taking the draw against Rob Howell. Make that Jeff Howell. There's a Jeff and a Rob. And here comes Chris Fess. Fess loses it at the blue line. Offside, delayed offside call waved off as Nusatelli gathers it back up. Nusatelli going around Polizzi. Fess with it now. Pushes it over for Colucci. Lets the slap shot go. Mills makes the save. The rebound comes down to Mills right. It's along the boards in deep, and they fight for it along the boards, and coming up with the puck now is Aquinas Nusatelli. Colucci sends it back into the corner for Fess. Fess very dangerous behind the net as he can bring it right out and put it by the goalkeepers, which is exactly what he did against Matt Rizzo of McQuaid in that overtime victory for the winning goal. Here's Colucci now gathering steam at the blue line. Dumps the puck in, and going back to get it now is Jamie Bird for Grease. Sent back in by Aquinas. Working it around the boards. And coming up with it for Grease. And dumping it down ice. And here it goes. Almost went to Grease's Joe DiBattista. There's a loose puck, and Corello manages to get it to Colucci. Corello bringing it up ice. Corello dumps it in behind the net. It's stopped by Mills at the side of the net. And now sent around the boards. Kevin Mahar in there for Greece. Had a good hit along the boards, as it was Grady Monks taken down, and the Greece fans appreciate that. Schumacher sends it back behind the net for Bronya. Bronya, they try to clear out Mahar. Mahar can't get it out. It's kept in, and it was kept in at the line by John Ruskowski. And Aquinas could not make any dividends of that. No score with 11:35 to go in the first period of play. Aquinas and Greece for all the marbles here in the Section 5 tournament. Nusatelli centers it. There was nobody home. Now it's cleared down the length of the ice. This will be an icing call coming up to the Greece Lightning, and the faceoff will come back in the Aquinas zone. With 11:24 remaining in period number 1, there is no score in this high school hockey game. Last year, Aquinas jumping out to a 6-0 lead over Batavia before Batavia came up with 2 goals, and it was 6-2. The final. 2 years ago, Batavia jumped out to a 6-0 lead over McQuaid and had to hold on for 8-4 victory. It got as close as 6-4. 3 years ago, this game was won by Irondequoit over Pittsford. So a little bit of history of the Section 5 final. Fess giving it to Aaron Gabalski. Gabalski takes a hit from Steve Sand. Now it goes to Fess. Fess around the boards, getting away from Sand. Fess to the far boards, dumps it in for Nusatelli. Gabalski's in front, comes back now to the point, and it's intercepted by Greece's Kyle Van Putty. Ewing sends it back out to center ice. It's loose back into the Aquinas zone, controlled by Van Putty, along with Howell. Howell sends it back to the point. There's the shot taken by Seibold. Goes into the corner. Ewing behind the net, centered, and it comes all the way out. Steve Sand back to get it along with Seibold. He goes back in front of Mills. 10:35 remaining first period of play. Fess racing after it. Right out in front for Gabalski. And he can't get a shot off. Gabalski into the corner. Behind the net, it goes by Fess's stick. Comes back now to Flanagan. Flanagan around the boards for Fess, and we've got a crease violation as Gabalski was in the crease, and the faceoff will come outside the blue line with 10:18 remaining in the period, and there is no score. The Section 5 championship. Leading scorer for Greece on the season is A.J. Herniker, wearing uniform number 17. He has 19 goals, 19 assists for 38 points. And the puck comes back into the Aquinas end. Flanagan back to get it behind Bob Corello. And they lose it. They lose it right to Polizzi. And Aquinas doing a pretty good job defensively there, preventing any damage. Now they tie it up in the corner. The puck still continues to move. Finally, we get a whistle. And the faceoff will be to the left of Bob Corello. Corello in goal for Aquinas at a regular season goals against average of 1.67, allowing just 24 goals in 14 1/3 games. Mike Mills came on the second half of the season with a goals against average of 2.73, allowing 31 goals in 11 1/3 games. Kept in by Van Putty, Bird at the right point. And it's loose in the corner. And coming up with it is Terry Antonora, number 19. Working it ahead now for John Ruskowski. And Flanagan is leveled right at the blue line by catch a number on that. And that was leveling him was Justin Polizzi. Behind the net now. Greece sends it to the far boards. Here's Bronya with a drive. Scores! Tony Bronya from the left point. And the underdog, Greece Lightning, have taken a 1-0 lead over the Aquinas Little Irish. And the goal coming at the 5:34 mark, an even strength goal. As the puck was shot from the point, and it beat Corello into the back of the net. Tony Bronya.
Greece goal scored by number 26, Chris Ford.
Must have been tipped out front.
Assisted by number 31, Tony Bronya, and number 15, Joe DiPotetto. Ford from Vergonia and DiBattista. Time of the goal, 5:34.
Obviously, Ford deflected it in front of the net. Ford, number 26. Bronya and DiBattista getting the assists on the first goal of the game by the Grease Lightning. Now 9:14 to go as Aquinas sends on the line of Fess, Nusatelli, and Gabalski. A.J. Herniker coming on along with Jeff Howell for Grease. Jamie Bird in there. And now the face-off will come to the left of goalkeeper Mills. And Grease can't get it out. Ewing keeps it in at the point. Ewing. And they work it to Fess. Fess has it stripped away from him by Jamie Bird. Bird sends it out down ice. Stopped on the goal at the goal crease by Corello. And Ewing moves it to center ice. Now here's Fess with it. Fess can't pick it up, and Nusatelli has it. Nusatelli, who had a phenomenal season also this year. Jeff Nusatelli goes into the corner with Jamie Bird. Centering pass. Fess can't get a stick on it. And now moving it out to center ice, the Grease Lightning. And Kyle Van Putty leaving it and carrying on now. The Grease Lightning take it into the corner with Mike Mattel, or maybe that A.J. Herniker, number 7 rather than 17. And Stan Ewing recovers behind his own net. Nusatelli now to Gabalski. Gabalski gets a stick on it. It goes back into the Grease end, 1-0. The Lightning lead with 8:15 remaining in the first period. Jamie Bird starts it out now for Grease. Bird gets around Colucci, then just dumps the puck in. Colucci, Ruskowski, and Flanagan back in deep for Grease as Gabalski sends it out to the neutral zone. And the Lightning send it back in, goes behind the net for Colucci. Colucci out to center ice, giving chase for Grease's sidebolt. Picking it up is Ruskowski. Ruskowski going in with Antonora on his left. Antonora into the corner, and he picks the puck up there. It went right to him. Antonora is bumped by Schumacher. Play carries on, and coming away with the Lightning is Tom Fichtner. Fichtner out to center ice, giving it to Schumacher. Schumacher going in. Schumacher on Flanagan right out front, and it is Fichtner fanning on the shot right in front of Corello, and a whistle is sounded, and play will start again outside the blue line with 7:26 remaining in the first period as Chris Ford scored the goal from Tony Bronya and Joe DiBattista. Chris Ford with just, well, that says 1 regular season goal, but those stats are about 2 months old. Have to look at the correct stats. His 6th goal. He had quite a few goals in the last half of the season. And now the face-off will come just outside the Aquinas blue line with Grease leading by a score of 1-0. Foote sends it down ice. Back to get it is Bird for Grease. And into the zone now. Here's Ford. Ford giving it to DiBattista. It's behind him. DiBattista. And it's centered. DiBattista picks it back up. And goes back to the line. Bird over onto the left side for DiBattista. DiBattista right out front for Ford. Ford digging at it, and Nusatelli kicks it ahead. Now Nusatelli comes out 2-on-2 with Chris Fess. Nusatelli is being bothered by Bronya. Nusatelli, and the shot is wide. And play continues on now. Grease Lightning with the puck. Now Nusatelli picks it up. Nusatelli, Fess heads for the slot. I think he broke a stick or something. Fess was hauled down. No penalty call there, or at least was obstructed. Fess now out in front for Aquinas. That is Chris Foote. Foote now to Fess. Fess kicking it ahead and can't get a shot off behind the net. Or can't get it, bring it around in front of the net. Here's Colucci. Colucci with a shot, a tip by Fess, and the save is made by Mike Mills. 6:18 remaining first period. 1-0 in favor of the Grease Lightning. Now, the 3 championship games that I've seen over the years, the team that scores first has won. Whether that will prove true or not today is not known. 3 times these 2 teams have met this year, and the first time was a 7-2 victory for Aquinas. The next time 6-1, and then 7-4. So Grease only lost by 3 goals the last meeting, and Grease is the only league team to score more than 3 goals against Aquinas this year. Draw comes back now to Corello. Corello into the corner, goes by Gabalski. It's sent around the boards and kept in by Corello. Gabalski loses the puck, and the Grease Lightning started out. Immediately taken by Corello to Gabalski. Gabalski, and they work it in the zone now, and there's a shot taken. It goes behind the net, and that shot was taken by Tony Ewing. And now here comes Schumacher. Schumacher goes down the left wing, takes a shot, and hauled down on the left wing after the shot was Kevin Mahar. No penalty called. There has not been a penalty in this game as Chris Fess brings it up 2-on-3. Fess goes left wing face-off circle, and the puck goes along the boards, and Schumacher tries to get it out. Corello can't keep it in. That's Joe Corello to Jeff Nusatelli. Nusatelli now to Fess. Fess being tied up with Steve Sand along the boards. Goes to Aaron Gabalski. Gabalski along with Mike Dozier. And the puck comes loose to Aquinas, comes back now to Fess, slap shot. And the save made by Mike Mills. Mills comes up big again. 5:08 remaining, first period. As we get a look at Mike Mills, number 30 for the Grease Lightning. I know that Mike Mills started to play in goal when Grease won that Christmas tournament. Up until that Christmas tournament, Grease was just 4-3. And that Christmas tournament really propelled them on. And that was when Coach Ray Maluta made that goalie change, removing John Monroe and going with Mike Mills. Ruskowski behind the net. He's being tied up with Chris Schultz, or rather with Mike Lapani. And now it comes out to Howell. Howell. And he can't get around Colucci, and Colucci takes Howell down. Taking number 16, Jeff Howell. Comes back to the line now for Lapani. Lapani sends it in deep. Missing an opportunity was Howell deep in. And we're going to have a face-off to the right of goalie Bob Corello. No, they're going to get a crease violation is what we're going to get. So the face-off is going to come outside the blue line. We've had a number of crease violations in this game already. 4:39 remaining in the first period. 1-0 in favor of the Grease Lightning. Well, the other night, Grease Arcadia met Aquinas in basketball. Aquinas had the game locked, or did they? They gave up 9 points in the last 47 seconds, including a three-pointer with about 3 seconds to go, and lost to Arcadia, 57-56. Probably one of the most stunning turnarounds I have ever seen in 15 years of Section 5 basketball. Gabalski. It looked like Aquinas would be going for the double today. And here's Herniker going in, the leading scorer, and it's knocked away. Play at center ice. Here's Lapani dumping it in now. And Stan Ewing, all-star defenseman, first team, gets it to Nusatelli. Nusatelli now to Fess, the league's leading scorer. Fess into the zone. Tried to drop it back for Gabalski. Now Fess goes in hard with the board. Two Grease players go down, Lapani and Schumacher. Right out front, Chris Fess misses from point-blank range. And the puck is cleared down ice. And we have a first penalty of the game. It's a tripping call, and it will be coming up to the Grease Lightning. The time of the penalty will be the 11:11 mark. And Aquinas will go on the power play for the next minute and a half. As going to the box will be Mike Lapani for tripping. And Aquinas sending their power play unit on. Fess, Colucci, Gabalski, Ewing, and Nusatelli. Jamie Bird comes on for Grease, along with DiBattista, Steve Sand, and I can't pick up the center's number. The 16s, 15s, 18s, and 19s look very much alike for Grease. And the faceoff will be to the right of goalie Mills. And the draw controlled by Aquinas. Gabalski now to Fess. Fess behind the net. Sand guarding him, or covering him anyway. Been doing too much basketball this week. Back behind the net, Carello lets the puck get under his stick as it's Colucci coming up with it. And it comes up through center ice, and misplaying it at the blue line is Sand. Sand bangs it out to the neutral zone. And now it's cleared down by DiBattista. DiBattista clears it out with 58 seconds remaining in the Aquinas power play. And almost stolen by DiBattista. Colucci goes back to get it. Colucci, a second-team All-Star for Aquinas. Colucci moves it to center ice now for Aaron Gabalski. Back to Colucci. Colucci has Nusatelli open, and he can't pick up the pass. Fess can't keep it in at the point. And the puck goes down the length of the ice. Back to get it is Brian Flanagan for Aquinas. Flanagan over to Nusatelli. Nusatelli gets it to center, and then no one there to control it. Grace doing a fabulous job on the power play defense. And the faceoff is going to come outside the neutral zone now. 2:43 to go in the first period. Aquinas on a goal by Chris Ford. Bronya and DiBattista getting the assist. And Greece has taken a 1-0 lead after 12 minutes and 17 seconds of the game. The shots, Greece out shooting Aquinas by a margin of 7-4 at this point. Now there's something I'm not used to, is shots. It's one of the added benefits of the War Memorial. They have all the comforts of home. Chris Fess to take the draw against Chris Ford. It's controlled by Greece. There's 21 seconds left in the penalty. Now Colucci has it. Colucci at the blue line. Colucci getting around Ford. Colucci, Ford still bothering him though, dumps the puck in. Back to get it is Tony Bronya. Bronya with Terry Antonora on him. Antonora and Fess in the corner. And still loose along the boards. Fess tries to come back to the point for Flanagan. He does, and he just misses Antonora. Here's Fess behind the net. Fess will come out. And Bronya doing a good job in not allowing Fess to come out right alongside the net. Here's Fess. He tried to push it in, and it wouldn't go. It's cleared. And Flanagan dumps it behind the net. It was cleared by Chris Ford. Now Antonora in behind the net. The puck just laying there. The penalty has expired. Both teams back to full and even strength. We get a whistle, and the faceoff will come in the Greece zone, with Greece leading by a score of 1-0. And the face-off to the right of Mills comes back, and not being able to keep it in is Joe Carello. It goes all the way down ice, and icing is waved off as Joe Carello goes back to get it along the boards for Chris Foote. Jeff Howell is tripped up. Foote still trying to get at it, and now it comes to Nusatelli. Nusatelli out to center ice. Nusatelli across the red line, and doing a nice job on him for Greece appears to be Mike Dirks. Greece sends it down ice. Stan Ewing behind the net. Chasing after it is Kyle Van Putty. Centering pass for Dirks. Steve Sand picks it up at the neutral zone. 1:10 remaining in the period. Delayed offside call. Greece clears. Play will continue on. 1-0. Greece leading here in the first period. Wrapped around the boards. Hit the side of the net, and right there to try to cash in. Here's Van Putty, and he tries to center it. It was Jeff Howell wound up with the puck, and here's a centering pass for Dirks. Comes back to Sand. Sand with a drive that was deflected partially by Ewing. It goes wide. The Section 5 championship game. 38 seconds left in the first period. Now a pass too far for Gabalski. Jamie Bird back to get it. Bird and Flanagan sends it back into the zone. Delayed offside. Waved off. Here's Steve Sand with the puck. Sand backhands it up, and it's cleared by Brian Flanagan. Now Schumacher with it. Schumacher drive goes wide. Should point out that A.J. Herniker's in the penalty box. For what reason, we're not sure, but he is there for Greece. Happened to notice him during the last stoppage of play. And a pass down the right wing for Ruskowski with just 5 seconds remaining. And Fess with the puck has to wait for everybody to get onside, and that is the end of the first period. And the Greece Lightning came out to play this game this afternoon. And after one period of play, the score is Greece 1 and Aquinas 0. We'll be back in just a moment with second period action here from the Rochester Community War Memorial. Welcome back to the Rochester Community War Memorial. Wayne Fuller with you on this special videotaping of the Section 5 hockey final between the Grease Lightning and the Aquinas Little Irish. Well, the score after one period of play is Grease 1 and Aquinas nothing. The goal coming at the 5:34 mark. Chris Ford from Tony Bronya and Joe DiBattista. And Grease managed to hold off Aquinas and outshoot them by a margin of 7-4. Bob Corello with 6 saves and Mike Mills with 4. And the penalty on A.J. Hernicker was a misconduct awarded at the same time as John Lapani went to the penalty box at 11:19 for tripping. So Hernicker has a little over 3 minutes to serve on his misconduct penalty. And that takes Grease's leading scorer out of action. So it's the second period coming up, and Aquinas finds himself in a very peculiar position, trailing after one period of play by a score of 1-0. During the regular season, Aquinas scored 146 goals, gave up 30. Grease scored 80 and gave up 52. As we take a look at Mike Mills, making the 4 stops of the 4 shots he saw. And we're ready to go now. Aquinas will move from left to right here in the second period. Aquinas is assuming the position of the Rochester Americans. This is the way the Americans shoot. They shoot towards the left in the first period, then towards the right in the second period. Draw controlled by Grease. And here goes Nusatelli. Nusatelli goes around Bird. Nusatelli centering it. Chris Ford picks it off. Kept in by Ewing at the line. Ewing a drive forward, and now Grease goes away with the puck. Chris Ford starts it up ice at the blue line. Ford goes around Corello, drops it to DiBattista. The shot, the save by Corello. And Joe Corello now with the puck. Joe Corello out to Nusatelli. Too far for him. Back to get it now is Tony Bronya for Grease. We get an icing call, and we'll have a face-off coming back in the Aquinas zone with 14:27 remaining in the second period. 1-0 in favor of the Grease Lightning. Rich Gamble, the coach of Aquinas, looking for his second straight Section 5 championship. Ray Maluda in just his 3rd season as coach of the Grease Lightning. Matter of fact, it's Grease's 3rd season alone. First season in Division 1. And they came out with a 2nd place finish. And the faceoff will be to the left of Corello in the Aquinas zone. And it is Dirks coming back to Howell. Howell with a drive. Jeff Howell. And now coming out to center ice. Here comes Grady Monks. Monks with a drive. And the save is made by the goalie Mills. Grady Monks, a freshman for Aquinas. And the faceoff will come to the right of Mills with 14:12 remaining in the second period. The winner of this game will play Auburn in the state tournament next Saturday at Brockport. And there's a drive from the left point. The save is made by Mills. Roskowski. And now right out front is Grady Monks. And it's going to be picked up by Dirks. Dirks swings it out, and finally Grease gets it to center ice. The Lightning try to go into the Aquinas zone now. Into the zone, it's Van Putty. Van Putty losing it, and coming away now is Aquinas. It is Colucci. Colucci dropping it back. There's nobody there. Flanagan gets it back in the neutral zone, sends it in, delayed offside, then touched. And the call is made, and the faceoff will come outside the Grease blue line with 13:32 to play in the second period. And it is a 1-0 lead in favor of the Grease Lightning. The runner-up in this game will play Rome Free Academy, who hasn't lost in 2 years, at the Utica War Memorial next Saturday at 3:30. So the winner plays Auburn 5 o'clock at Brockport next Saturday, and the runner-up plays Rome Free Academy at the Utica War Memorial 3:30 Saturday in the Division 1 state playoffs. Rome Free Academy lost to Batavia 2 years ago in the opening round of the state tournament, 7-4, and they haven't lost since. Here's Bronya. recovers the puck in his own zone, works it around the boards. Digging at it is Mahar. Mahar now and Bronya. Goes into the corner. Here is Nusatelli. Nusatelli can't control it, and it's Tony Bronya starting it out. Bronya out to center ice. The Grease Lightning go on the attack with Mahar, and the lead pass out for Mike Dozier was too far in front of him. Stan Ewing chasing the puck down in the corner. Ewing gets it to center ice as Schumacher can't keep it in. And the puck goes into the corner, chased down by Mahar. Mahar centering pass. Doesn't go anywhere. Aquinas takes over into the corner. Nusatelli. Nusatelli for Fess. He doesn't pick it up. And here is Carello. Joe Carello sending it in. Jamie Bird back to get it in the Grease end. Over around the boards, Mahar. Mahar has it poked away by Fess. And then it comes to Bird, who wraps it around the boards to the far side. Carello to Fess. Loose behind the net. Cleared out, kept in by Ewing. Slap shot, broke it up. Here's a 2-on-1 possibility for Grease now. It is Schumacher. Schumacher going in, the pass goes over, and no shot is taken by Mike Dozier. Good defensive job by Aquinas. Carello, a 2-on-1 break for the Grease Lightning. Back to center ice, back to get it is Steve Sand. Sand sends it over on the far side. And it goes to the neutral zone where Aquinas takes over. The Little Irish, they try to give it to Grady Monks from Terry Antonoro. We get an offside call at the blue line with 11:48 remaining in the second period. And 1-0, Grease leads. Both benches across the way from where our location is. We are in the hockey press box. They've changed things around up until this year. One bench was on one side, one bench on the other, and the officials area was across the way. Now the officials area is right in front of us. It's center on the boards. Aquinas controls, out to Flanagan. Flanagan to the left point, shot right out front. Ruskowski can't tee it up, and it's cleared away. And here's Justin Polizzi bringing it down ice. Polizzi gives it to Ford. Ford and Flanagan in a foot race for the puck, and it is DiBattista getting there first. Now Ruskowski tries to get it out, kept in by Ford. Cleared out by Ruskowski, goes to Steve Sand. Sand now to Polizzi. Polizzi tries to lead Ford. Flanagan will get there first. Flanagan, Ford, DiBattista, Gabalski. And kicked free by DiBattista and then picked up by Chris Fess. Here's Fess out through the neutral zone. Steve Sand, he goes right around Steve Sand. Fess going in on goal. The shot and the save by Mills. And the rebound hits the post. There's another shot. That one's taken by Gabalski. The puck is loose. And Grease just withstood one of their biggest defensive callings of the game as they stopped Chris Fess twice and Aaron Gabalski. Fess's second shot rang off the post on an impossible angle shot. Now Dirk centers it. Flanagan. It remains 1-0 in favor of Grease. 10:27 to go in the second period. Here comes Nusatelli with a drive. Mills makes the save and holds on. 1-0 in favor of the Grease Lightning on a goal scored at the 5:34 mark of the first period. Bronya, DiBattista getting the assists on Chris Ford's goal. Faceoff will be to the left of Mills with 10:20 to go in the middle period from the Rochester Community War Memorial. Chris Fess on for Aquinas. He was just denied twice by Mills. A.J. Herniker back on for the Grease Lightning after serving his 7.5-minute misconduct. Bronya and Fess. Fess comes up with the puck, tries to send it outside. Bird knocks it away. Here's Bronya bringing it out for Grease. Bronya over on the left wing now for Van Putty. Van Putty goes in with a shot. It goes wide, and we have a call stopping play with 10:10 remaining. Impossible to hear the whistles up here, but we sort of have to wait till play stops. Face-off apparently an offside call, and face-off will come outside the Aquinas blue line. With 10:10 remaining, shots right now are 10 for Aquinas and 8 for Grease. So Aquinas has registered 6 shots so far this period to Grease's 1. Herniker wins the draw, but it goes between his defensemen. Bronya goes back along with Bird. Gabalski back. It's wrapped around the boards. Jeff Howell sends it down ice. This will be icing. He wasn't looking for anyone particular there, and the faceoff will come back in the Greece zone. 9:59 remaining to play in the second period. We told you A.J. Herniker, the leading scorer for Greece. Second high is Dave Schumacher, 9 goals, 19 assists, 28 points. Jeff Howell, 14 goals, 11 assists, and 25 points. After Chris Fess's 70 points, you got Jeff Nusatelli's 60, 27 goals, 33 assists for a total of 60 points. Great years for both of these teams. Greece in just their third year in existence. They won the Division I title last year and got some state experience. They'll get more state experience this year, but in Division I. And the puck goes down ice. Back to get it is Joe Corello. Corello around the boards. Jeff Howell, or rather Kyle Van Putty, backhands it. Now there's a shot taken by Howell. They try to stuff it in, and the puck does not go underneath goalie Corello, and it's registered as a save. The 8th save of the game by Corello. And one that's bothering him right now is the tip in front by Ford and the shot from the left point by Bronya. Faceoff will be to the right of Corello. With 9:37 to go in the second period. Grady Monks to take the draw for Greece, or rather for Aquinas. Mike Dirks taking it for the Greece Lightning. And it comes back to the point for Seibold. Flanagan chases it down in the corner. Now Ruskowski will try to bring it out, and will out to center ice. Ruskowski down the right wing. Ruskowski is being bothered from behind by Dirks. Dirks, Ruskowski, and Seibold go to the boards along with Monks. And here is Steve Sand coming in, and they get a whistle and a faceoff coming in the Greece zone. 9:19 remaining in period number 2 of the Section 5 championship game, played on February 26th, 1989. The Division II winners this year, Brockport, runners-up Bishop Kearney. Kearney plays Alexandria Bay on the 28th of February at Genesee Valley Park at 7 o'clock. And that winner will play Whitesboro at the Utica War Memorial on Saturday. Brockport will play Skinny Atlas at Brockport this coming Saturday in the Division II tournament. So 4 Section 5 teams will enter state play. Flanagan can't keep it in. It's Herniker. Herniker slips, falls down. That allows Colucci as Herniker was breaking up the left wing. Jamie Bird dumps it in. Colucci back to get it for the Little Irish. Along the boards for Nusatelli. Nusatelli for Gabalski. Gabalski has Fess on his left. Gabalski goes in and loses the puck. And the centering passes. Bronya knocks it away. Nusatelli. Bronya comes up with it. Bronya. And now they feed it to Herniker. A.J. Herniker, the leading scorer for Greece. Herniker goes in, shot. Corello makes the save. It's loose right in front, and missing it was Jeff Howell. Howell had an easy goal and didn't come up with the puck. Here comes Gabalski back with Fess in front, and it's broken up very nicely by the Greece defenseman in the middle, Tony Bronya. And here's a breakaway now. Going down ice for Greece, it's Chris Ford. He scores! Ford scores his second goal of the game after Tony Bronya stopped Chris Fess. It's a 2-0 hockey game as Greece jumps out to a 2-0 lead. The goal coming at the 6:38 mark. Chris Ford puts it behind Bob Corello. And Greece has taken a 2-0 lead. Well, is Greece on the verge of a major hockey upset? Aquinas really yet to get on track in this game. Greece now out shooting Aquinas 11-10. Bronya should get the assist on Ford's goal.
Greece goal scored by number 26, Chris Ford. Assisted by number 31, Tony Bronya. Ford from Bronya, time of the goal, 6:38.
And we were right while we were listening to the PA announcer, Bob Machucky. Aquinas went down with a shot, and the save was made by Mills, so shots are even at 11 all. And the faceoff will be to the right of Mills. Aquinas trailing 2-0. Coming up to the midway point of the hockey game. Chris Ford with it. Ford tries to get it out. He can't do it. And the puck is just laying there. Here is Ford. Ford slips. Nobody pulls him down. Comes back to the point for Carello. Carello sends it in left wing corner. Ford back to get it. Ford wrapping it around the boards for Cybolt. And along the near boards, Polizzi kept in by Stan Ewing. Ewing sends it to the left wing corner. Now Steve Sand. Grease having trouble getting the puck out. Ruskowski. Ford with it. Takes it behind Mills. Kicks it to the near boards where it's grabbed by Antonora. Grady Monk's in there trying to get it. Here's Ewing at the point. Shot. Mills makes the save. 12th shot of the game for the Little Irish. And it'll be a change of players for both teams. Prior to the Grease goal, Aquinas broke out 2-on-1 with Gabalski. Gabalski made the pass to Fess. Bronya intercepted and fed Chris Ford, breaking the other way, and Ford went in all alone on Bob Carello. And Grease has now taken a 2-0 lead on a pair of goals by Chris Ford. We're past the halfway point of the hockey game. Face-off will be to the left of goalie Mills. Fess to take the draw for Aquinas. Schumacher bangs it off the backboard. Bronya sends it to the far side. Now here's Schumacher. Schumacher drills it down. It'll be icing. And the face-off will come back in the Grease zone. Well, in the win over McQuaid, Chris Fess came up with a couple of goals. Ruskowski and Nusatelli, the other two. Nusatelli came up with 4 goals against Brockport, and Fess came up with 3. So they both had playoff goals here for Aquinas, but none here this afternoon. Back to the point. It comes to the other point to Flanagan. Flanagan with a drive. Loose puck right out front. Nusatelli misses. Nusatelli taken hard to the boards. And here comes Fess. Fess with Bird. Puck loose in the corner. They try to tie it up, and now Aquinas controls it back to Flanagan. Flanagan right wing. Face-off circle drive. Mills the save. Rebound Gabalski. And Bronya takes it to the back boards where there's a whistle, and the face-off will come now to the left of Mills. Now, right now, Aquinas starting to put on more pressure. They have now outshot Grease by a margin of 14-11, but Mills has been rock steady in the Grease nets this afternoon. I remember when Coach Ray Maluta started using Mills. I did not realize it, and Grease came to play Batavia right early on in the year of 1989. I do the Batavia games. I said, "You're going to have Monroe in goal?" He says, "No, Mills." I said, "Oh, first game?" He says, "No, he won the Christmas tournament." So Mills played very well in the remaining 3 games against Batavia, which Grease won all 3. So I have been impressed with Mike Mills the occasions I've seen him. Now here is Fess. Fess is taken to the ice. There's no call. They are really letting him play this afternoon. There's been only 1 minor penalty in the first half of the hockey game. As it is Herniker taking it into the corner. Herniker. Centering pass. It's loose out front. Here's a chance now for Bird. Bird with a shot. And Carello makes the save. Herniker pushed into the boards. Puck loose in the corner. Howell in there along with Herniker. And here's Gabalski with the puck. Aaron Gabalski will start it out of his own zone. It's knocked away. Bronya keeps it. Bronya and Gabalski go into the corner. Tony Bronya sends it behind the net. And Aquinas will take over in the corner, and they get it out to the point. Jamie Bird can't keep it in. Here's Chris Fess. Fess has it knocked away from him by Herniker. And now we have a hand pass, and it will be a face-off in the neutral zone. 5:50 to go in the middle period. And Grease leading by a score of 2-0 as Chris Ford has scored a couple of goals. And Tony Bronya getting 2 assists. So it's not the Herniker line that's killing Aquinas, it's the Ford line. And the draw controlled by Aquinas from Grady Monks. He gets it back to Stan Ewing, now to Joe Carello, up to Terry Antonora. Ruskowski comes in, can't play it. Goes to Ewing, Ewing at the red line. Ewing with a drive, stick save, glove save rather by Mills. He holds on. Bronya standing right over his goalie, Mike Mills. Mike Mills, a sophomore goalie. Figure he's got 2 more years if he stays with Grease. And you may wonder about Chris Fess. Isn't it time for him to graduate? No, he's a junior. Another year again if he does not go with any junior teams. Jeff Nusatelli, just a junior, right off the faceoff. Save made by Mills. Joe Corello is a senior. Dan May, Jim Musklow, Stan Ewing is a senior. Mike Vareca, Mike Kurek, Dave Vareca, Paul Colucci. Off the faceoff. It's loose, and it's going to be cleared by Grease. Out to center ice. Coming up ice now is Chris Ford. Ford along with Polizzi. It goes to the near corner. Comes back out to the point. Bird knocked away by Grady Monks. Monks can't come out after it. Steve Sand with it. Steve Sand out to center ice, and this one is going to go on goal. Icing will be waved off. 5:04 remaining middle period. 2-0 Grease leads. And the puck is sent by DiBattista through the slot too far in front of Chris Ford. Now it's stolen, and it comes back to the line, and it's sent in by Sand. A bouncing puck. Here is Polizzi. Polizzi fighting for it. And it's cleared by Ewing out to center ice. Steve Sand tries to dump it back in. Gabalski intercepts. Gabalski with Nusatelli. Nusatelli goes into the zone, and it's knocked away by Polizzi. And here comes DiBattista. DiBattista is taken out of the play by Ewing. There's no call. Might have gone for interference there. And Colucci dumps it in for Aquinas. Dave Schumacher back to get it for Grease. Goes behind the net. 2-0 in favor of the Grease Lightning as the puck goes down ice. Icing will be the call, stopping the clock with 4:13 remaining in the second period. And Grease leading by a score of 2-0. Grease seems to be right on those loose pucks most of the time. When Aquinas does look like they're going to make a break, they check the puck away. There's Chris Fess was denied twice in front of the Grease net early on in this period before Grease made it 2-0. The second shot from a tough angle rang off the post. The goalie's left post, the shooter's right post. Now the face-off to the left of Mills. Chris Fess on, he gets it on goal, then tries the rebound. Nusatelli fires it up onto the stage. Well, at least through the first 25-26 minutes of the hockey game this afternoon, they have kept Chris Fess pretty much in check. He has not had a lot of good opportunities other than the two right in front of the net in a row. Fess will take the draw, but it's like a sleeping tiger. Sleeping, you want to let him stay sleeping. You don't want to do anything to wake him up if you're Grease. Face off to the left of Mike Mills. Now here's Herniker. Herniker sends it down ice. And it is Howell. Howell winning the puck from Colucci. Howell with a shot. Might hit the side of the net or the post. Colucci over to get it. Colucci tries to get it out. He does. Fess back to Colucci. Colucci now brings it across the red line to Aaron Gabalski. Gabalski tries to drop it back. Loses the puck in the corner. And here goes Nusatelli. Nusatelli sends it through the slot. Along the edge of the goal crease. Fess couldn't pick it up. Bronya now coming up ice with A.J. Herniker. Herniker goes in. He gets around Colucci. The shot, the glove saved by Corello. It was headed into the right corner of the net. 3:30 remaining in the middle period. 2-0 in favor of the Grease Lightning. The face-off will be to the right of goalie Bob Corello as we look at the goalie in his second year. The top Monroe County Division I goalie, #1 overall also, with a goals against average of 1.67. Mike Mills was second in Division I with a 2.73, so you've got your top two goalies on the ice. Face off to the left of Corello. Puck is loose and Stan Ewing has it. Ewing lifts it up into the air. It comes out to Grady Monks. Monks going in 2-on-1, and there's Ruskowski fanning on the shot. And at center ice, loose puck picked up by Steve Sand of Grease. It is Joe Corello, and one of the Grease players Fichtner fell down at the side of the net. I do not believe he was pushed or shoved. Fichtner winning the puck, comes back out. Here's a shot by Schumacher. Ooh, it hit something. It looked like that one was headed into the net. They tie it up in the corner. 2:48 remaining, middle period. As we look at Antinora, number 19 for Aquinas, skating out. 2-0 in favor of Greece. 2 goals by Chris Ford. And the face-off will be to the left of Corello. Right now, Aquinas out shooting Greece 18-15. It's Chris Fess taking the draw against Ford, and Fess knocks it all the way through the neutral zone. It comes back for Jamie Bird. Bird out to center ice now for Justin Polizzi. Polizzi giving it over to Ford. Ford on the right wing. He gives it to DiBattista, the shot. And getting a piece of it was Corello. Behind the net now. Here's DiBattista right out in front. And it was Ford being denied as Ford was knocked to the ice. Here's Chris Fess. Fess across the red line. Fess going in. Bird takes him wide. Bronya knocks it away. Fess still with it. Dumps it right out front. And Nusatelli skated behind the puck and then had to get it on his forehand as it's backhanded now around the boards by Ford. Here's Nusatelli. Centering pass broken up by Bronya. Nusatelli again back to the line for Flanagan. Flanagan sends it in and it's blocked on a glove. And they're calling closing the hand on the puck to Chris Ford. And the faceoff will come to the left of Mike Mills with 1:58 remaining in the second period. Well, I'll tell you, I would not want to be in the Aquinas dressing room between periods if the score stays the same way it is. Even though Aquinas has outshot Greece, I would say the quality of shots, the edge belongs to Greece. Face off to the left of Mills. Ruskowski and Steve Sand in the corner. Sand, Ruskowski takes a shove from Herniker. Puck loose, goes behind the net, goes to the far side for Seibold. Seibold out for Fichtner, and they're going to call closing the hand on the puck again against Fichtner. That'll bring the face-off back into the Greece zone. 1:43 remaining in the middle period. And it is a 2-0 hockey game in favor of Greece. Well, Aquinas struggled against McQuaid the other night before they won in overtime on Chris Fess's goal in the second overtime period. In the 8-something point of the second overtime, or overtime in general, about a minute into the second overtime. Herniker hands the puck right to Gabalski. Now here's Fess. Fess sweeps it right out front, and it's cleared away by Bronya. And here's Nusatelli. Nusatelli back to the point, and they send it out into the neutral zone. Corello. And Greece moves it to center. Van Putty knocks it ahead. Back to get it is Joe Corello, and we have a whistle and an offside call. 1:21 remaining in period number 2. A lot of whistles in the last couple moments of this second period. Face-off will be outside the Aquinas zone. Van Putty to take the face-off against Chris Fess. Chris Ford with a pair of goals for Aquinas. Now Greece is going to change players along the boards, and Greece takes over again. And now here comes Colucci. Colucci into the zone. Colucci, no one to pass it to. Colucci dumps it in deep, and Bronya back to get it. Bronya can't get it by Nusatelli. There's less than a minute to go in the period. And here's Bronya. Bronya out to center ice, where it's taken by Brian Flanagan. Flanagan wraps it around the boards. Over in to get it is Bronya with 42 seconds left in the period. Greece leading 2-0. And Greece manages to get it out. .39 seconds to go. Face-off controlled by Greece. Jeff Howell sending the puck in. Knocked away by Flanagan. There's a drive, and Schumacher thought he scored, put the stick up in the air. Bronya takes a hit from Ruskowski. Behind the net, Schumacher. He takes a hit from Flanagan. Puck goes loose to the far side. Kicked around by Antonora. There's 17 seconds left in the period. Ruskowski, the near boards. And it's tipped out to Grady Monks. And Bronya takes Monks down, and there's going to be a penalty coming up to Greece as the referee is taken down. By accident, I would think. There shouldn't be any penalties there with 5 seconds to go in the period, so most of this power play for Aquinas will be coming up next period. As it is going to be Tony Bronya, who's been rock steady on defense this afternoon. It's the second time penalty that Greece has surrendered, and it comes at the 14:55 mark. As Tony Bronya gets the penalty.
The number 31, Tony Bronya. A minute and a half minor for holding.
Holding is the call against Bronya. And the face-off will be to the right of Mills. Now Aquinas will probably try to snap one off right here. They've got Fess, Nusatelli, Ewing, and Gabalski. Fess wins the draw. It comes back to the point. There's the shot. It goes wide. The shot was taken by probably Colucci. Yes, by Colucci. And that's the end of the second period, but Aquinas will start with a minute 26 man advantage in the second period. After 2 periods of play, it's Greece 2 and Aquinas nothing in the Section 5 championship game. Third period coming up with Greece leading 2-0 on a pair of goals by Chris Ford. And in the penalty box is Tony Bronya for the next minute 23, serving a holding penalty as Greece clears the puck down the length of the ice. It is right now Paul Colucci for Aquinas across the red line. Colucci goes into the slot. The shot goes wide on Mills. The rebound. Colucci misfires on it. Gabalski into the corner. And it's fed behind by Colucci. Nusatelli can't pick it up. And it comes out to Gabalski. Gabalski loses it across the blue line, and Aquinas will have to clear. 14:26 to go in regulation. Overtime is used in these playoff games, and it's cleared down ice by the Greece Lightning. There's now 43 seconds left in the penalty to Bronya. Back to get it is Stan Ewing. Ewing works it to the far side for Nusatelli. Back to Ewing. It's intercepted, and here's a chance now for Herniker. Herniker going in, and now he gives the puck to Van Putty. Kyle Van Putty just sends it in behind the net as Aquinas got back quickly to stop a possible break by Herniker. Now out comes Nusatelli. Nusatelli with a drive. Glove save by Mills, and he holds on. If he had fallen back into the net, it would have been a goal. 13:50 remaining in period number 3. 16 seconds left in the penalty to Bronya. Aquinas on their second power play opportunity. There have only been 2 minor penalties called in this hockey game, both against Greece. Lapani for tripping, Bronya for holding. Herniker had a 7.5-minute misconduct. Jeff Howell will take the draw, make that Chris Ford will take the draw against Grady Monks, and it's sent out to center ice. And Greece clears it. DiBattista clearing it. Penalty about ready to expire to Bronya as Aquinas winds it up with Grady Monks. He dumps it in the left wing corner. Penalty has expired. Both teams at full and even strength. And Steve Sand over in the corner along with John Ruskowski. Carello behind the net for Antonora. Nobody out in front. Aquinas not stacking the front of the net. And here is Ford. Ford gets it out now to Bronya. Bronya sends it wide of the net. Bronya and Flanagan. It comes to the near side now for Ford. Ford dumps it in, and it's cleared around the boards by Grady Monks, kept in by Jamie Bird. Greece leading 2-0. There's 13 minutes to go in the hockey game. And now Colucci out to center ice. Really, he's just dumping it, and back to get it is Tom Seibold. Seibold giving it to DiBattista. DiBattista sends it in on net. It's gloved by Bob Carello. He leaves it for Brian Flanagan. Flanagan wraps it around the boards. Aaron Gabalski picks it up along the near boards. Gabalski starts it out of his own zone now. Gabalski working it up, and they give it to Fess with a drive, and Mills makes the save. Rebound, Gabalski. Here's Colucci with a shot, and he never gets it off. And Who was it doing the job on that? Justin Polizzi, and an icing call. Good time to take an icing call for Greece. Aquinas out shooting Greece 20-17, but Greece outscoring Aquinas 2-0. Carello with 14 saves through 2 periods, Mills with 18. Shots through 2 periods were 18-16 in favor of Aquinas. Faceoff will be to the right of Mills. It'll be Chris Fess taking it for Aquinas. The Fess line, according to Penfield coach Ken Sobel, had been on the ice for 17 minutes plus of the first 2 periods. More than half. And it's taken away. Here's a break now for Van Putty. Van Putty, Ewing's behind him. Van Putty with a drive. It just goes wide. And the puck penalty coming up. Here's a drive by Herniker. And it is Van Putty. Play continues on. Delayed penalty right through the crease. Still, the penalty has not been called. Greece in possession. And they center it, and it's finally stopped by Chris Fess. And the penalty will come up. It's a tripping call to the Aquinas Little Irish, their first penalty, as Van Putty was stopped going in on net. So it should be Ewing going to the penalty box because he was the man chasing Van Putty. It is Ewing. Ewing for tripping at the 3:03 mark. Well, it almost feels like sitting up here, you're just waiting for the powder keg of Aquinas to explode.
Penalty to number 15, Stan Ewing. A minute and a half minor for tripping. Ewing for a trip. Time of the penalty, 3:03.
Bird off the face-off. Drive. Carello makes the save. Colucci and Herniker into the corner. First power play opportunity for Greece. They send it back to the point now. That's Bird wrapping it around the boards. It goes by Herniker. Over to the far side. Van Putty back to the point now for Bronya. And it's intercepted by Nusatelli. Nusatelli will bring it out along with Fess. Nusatelli winding it up. He's got to beat Bronya. He does beat Bronya. There's the drive and the save made by Mills, and he holds on. And they do not blow the whistle, and play continues on. And a collision. Howell, the puck is underneath the Aquinas player. Finally, the whistle sounds. 11:19 remaining in the 3rd period. And the puck was underneath Jeff Nusatelli. 2-0 in favor of Greece. 53 seconds left on the Lightning power play. It's Chris Ford, who has both goals for Greece, will take the draw for Greece. And it is controlled by DiPotetto. To Polizzi, no, cleared away by Colucci. Jamie Bird stops it back in his own zone. Give it to Steve Sand. Sand up across the blue line into the zone. Ford chases it down with Joe Carello. Carello and Ford. Carello wraps it around the boards, taken by Greece. Here's Gabalski in behind the net. He's spun around by Polizzi. Ford is in there. 27 seconds left in the power play. Greece still in possession. It is Polizzi. Polizzi hands it right to Gabalski. And Jamie Bird has it. 13 seconds left in the penalty. Pass for DiPotetto. DiPotetto with a shot. Carello makes the save. Here's Bird. Into the corner. Colucci. Penalty has expired. Ewing is back out onto the ice. And here is Grady Monks. Monks into the corner, loses his stick, loses the puck to Greece's Kyle Van Putty, and it goes down the length of the ice. Icing is waved off with 10:11 to go in the 3rd period. 2-0 in favor of the Greece Lightning. Both goals by Chris Ford. Out to center ice, too far for DiPotetto. Joe Carello chases it down along with Dirks. Over to Fichtner. Fichtner loses it. Nusatelli to Fess. Fess across the red line. Fess going 1-on-3. Fess ridden to the boards by Bronya. Fess still has it. Fess knocked down, and the puck goes to Bronya. And Tony Bronya starts it out for Greece, going 1-on-2. Bronya getting around Flanagan, but can't get a shot off. It goes to the backboards. Bronya sends it around behind the boards. Another penalty coming up here. And no one is touching the puck. Penalty will be called as soon as there's a whistle. Fichtner kicks it ahead. Nusatelli controls, and a second straight penalty coming up on Aquinas. It's going to be a slashing call. Second straight penalty to Aquinas. This one coming at the 5:34 mark. as Chris Fess goes to the penalty box. As we see him seated in the penalty box. And he will cool his heels for the next minute and a half. Second power play opportunity for Greece. Both teams have now had 2 power play opportunities as we look at probably a very nervous Aquinas bench. Here they're the heavily favored team, and they're trailing 2-0 with only 9:26 to go in the game.
Chris Fess, a minute and a half minor for slashing. Fess for a slash. Time of the penalty, 5:34.
Bird back to the line. There's a centering pass for Herniker, and the save is made by Corello. Kept in by Bird. Bird down to Van Putty. Around the boards, and Lapani keeps it in. Flanagan can't hold it. Flanagan sends it along the near boards. Gabalski's there, and they get it out to center ice where Herniker has it. There is 1:05 remaining in the penalty. Flanagan taking Howell out of the action. It comes back to Mills. Along the near boards. Forechecked away by Gabalski. Gabalski then is ridden to the boards. Colucci picks it up at the red line and dumps it into the Greece end. It goes out of play or an offside call, one of the two. And the faceoff will come in the neutral zone with 8:41 remaining. Shots right now, Greece out shooting Aquinas 22-21. Game very even in shots, but right now it's Greece leading by a score of 2-0 with 8:41 to go in the third period. Aquinas has not lost a league game this year. 18-0, 2-0 in the playoffs, 1-1 in non-league games. And now another face-off. Couple seconds tick off. Oh, if Greece wants to hold on to this lead, I don't know that you want to go into a defensive shell. A lot of teams have tried going into defensive shells, and that's usually an indication the other team's going to score. Greece has played their game well so far. Aquinas has got to get things rolling, though. They just haven't looked as sharp as they have in the past. And now it's cleared down ice by Terry Antonoro with 32 seconds left in the penalty to Chris Fess for slashing. Now they work it to DiBattista. DiBattista goes out on the left wing. And it is Polizzi. Polizzi knocks it past Ewing. Colucci back to the point, and it's not kept in by Bird. Bird sends it ahead, and Aquinas picks it up. Just 10 seconds left in the penalty. Colucci has it. Aquinas will probably attack here now. Colucci into the zone. Colucci, and the puck is loose right in front of the net. And it comes out to center ice. Chris Fess out of the penalty box, chases it down back in his own zone, keeping it away from DiBattista. Goes to the far side. DiBattista has it. He puts it behind Ewing. There's 7:41 to go in the hockey game. Delayed offside. No, it never goes in. And here comes Aquinas back. Jeff Nusatelli drops it for Gabalski. Gabalski ridden off the play by Mahar. Anytime those guys get the puck in the zone, there's a Greece player right on top of them. Fess centering the puck. Cleared out to center ice. Ewing chasing it along with Schumacher. We're past the midway point of the third period. Greece continues to lead 2-0. Here's Mahar. Mahar going in on goal. Hit the post. Corello back out to the point. Now here's Gabalski with a break. Gabalski going in along with Fess. And Gabalski's shot goes behind the net. I think everybody expected the pass there to Fess, but I think Gabalski did the right thing and took the shot. The way Greece has been playing, they might have intercepted it. Here's Fess. Fess has it poked off his stick by Dozier. Bronya. Fess picks it up, hits the side of the net, and Bronya there. Bronya. Gabalski sends it back to Flanagan, who can't pick it up at the line. There's 6:31 to go in the game. Greece leading by a score of 2-0. As Corello, here's an interception, the shot by Van Putty, and the save by Corello, and Van Putty broke his stick, goes to the bench for a new one. Now Corello, Joe Corello. Sends it down ice. Bird around the boards. Comes out to center ice. Flanagan gives chase. It goes wide. Icing is waved off. 6 minutes remaining in the game. And goes right out now to Van Putty. And Herniker was right there and couldn't get a stick, had the empty net to shoot at. Grease gets it back to Lapani. Lapani to Van Putty. Van Putty into the zone. Joe Corello takes it. 5:45 remaining. Here's Lapani, now to Jamie Bird. Bird banks it off the boards. Comes out to Howell. Howell gives it to Van Putty. Now Herniker. Herniker into the zone. Here's a shot, a good opportunity for Van Putty. And a save was made, or else he fired it wide. Nusatelli now. Nusatelli picking it up. Pass out to Chris Foote. Foote across the red line. There's a drive. The save made by Mike Mills. Into the corner, Fess along with Bird. Fess spins free with the puck. Fess goes behind the net. Fess losing it to Ford. And cleared out by Grease down ice. They'll get an icing call here, I would imagine. Yes, indeed, with 5:02 remaining in the game. Well, are we looking at a major upset? With 5:02 remaining, it's 2-0 in favor of Grease. If it stays this way, how long will Rich Gamble go with Corello in goal? Aquinas, one of the top-ranked teams in the state. Just 5 minutes and 2 seconds away from an upset defeat by Grease. Face-off to the left of Mills. And Ford misses the puck. There's a shot. It goes over the net, taken by Nusatelli. Puck is still loose. It goes in. It's 2-1. And Aquinas has broken the shutout and scored. Off a loose puck. First shot went over the net and somehow managed to come back out it in behind Mills. The time of the goal is the 10:04 mark. And we'll have to see who gets credit for the goal. 2-1 in favor of Grease. And that gets the Aquinas fans going. As it is Bird sending it out. Ford with the puck. And the Lightning send it the length of the ice. DiPotetto. Icing is the call. The face-off will come back in the Grease zone with
Aquinas
4:44.
goal scored by number 23, Chris Fess. Assisted by number 1, Aaron Jabalski. And number 9, Jeff Nucitelli. Fess from Jabalski and Nucitelli. Time of the goal, 10:04.
4:44 remaining. Chris Fess getting the playoff goal. His 8th of the playoffs. 59th overall. If I'd had to bet who scored that goal, I would have bet Chris Fess. Since he was on, Nusatelli took the original shot that went over the net. Jabalski somehow touched it in the middle. Nusatelli had a good shot, but fired it up high. But Aquinas does score, and it's now 2-1. Here's Nusatelli. Nusatelli out in front. Mills. And the puck is loose. There's a shot by Fess, and Fess is dumped by Schumacher, and Schumacher's going to pick up a penalty, I believe, after the whistle. And Aquinas certainly did pick up the tempo after scoring that goal. It's checking from behind. And it comes at the 10:24 mark. And they do not call it on Schumacher, they call it on Howell. Third Grease penalty. Aquinas goes on the power play, trailing by a goal. Now Aquinas was held
Grease,
off the
1
scoreboard.
minute, timeout.
As Grease calls timeout, Grease was held off, Aquinas was held off the scoreboard until the 10:04 mark of the third period. A total of 40 minutes and 4 seconds.
Grease penalty was to number 16, Jeff Howell. A minute and a half minor for checking from behind. Howell for a check from behind. Time of the penalty, 10:24.
Well, the penalty I saw, that when Schumacher dumped Chris Fess, apparently that was not what was called. It was must have occurred slightly before that. Now Greece taking their time out with 4:36 remaining. The Aquinas fans on their feet, the Greece fans on their feet. We've had a spectacular final now, 2-1. Closer than the previous 2 years. Although the final between Pittsford and Irondequoit 3 years ago at one point was a 1-goal game. 3-2, and I believe it ended up 5-2 Irondequoit. But it just didn't seem that close. This one has seemed close. Fess along with Gabalski, Nusatelli, Ewing, and Colucci. And the draw comes back out into center ice. Minute 27 remaining in the penalty to Howell for checking from behind. Reese steers it towards the net. It's stopped by Ewing. Now a minute 18 remaining in the penalty, 4:22 to go in the hockey game. Nusatelli going in, and Brugna cuts him down. Gabalski gets it to Nusatelli. Nusatelli has Colucci in front, and he can't get it to him, and it comes all the way back into the neutral zone. Stan Ewing back to get it. There's a minute remaining in the penalty, 4:05 in the game. Here's Chris Fess. Fess being checked at center ice by Herniker, and it's cleared by Schumacher. And we have an offside call as the puck went into the Greece zone. 3:58 remaining in the game. 53 seconds remaining in the third period. And 2-1. Greece leads. A pair of goals by Chris Ford. Chris Fess getting the lone Aquinas goal. His 8th of the playoffs and 59th for the season. Not counting any goals against St. Joe's of Buffalo. Here is Gabalski. Gabalski now to Ewing with a shot. Goes behind the net. And it's up on the net, and it's dug free by Bird. Bird and Gabalski go to the corner. Fess picks it up in the left wing corner. Fess back to the point. It goes to Colucci. Colucci and Herniker. Brugna in there. Comes back now to the left point for Gabalski. They work it to Colucci. Colucci behind the net for Fess. Fess walks in. Here's a shot, and Nusatelli can't tee it up. It's loose. It goes wide. Scramble, score! Aquinas has tied it up on the power play at 2-all. And this goal coming at the 11:34 mark. So Aquinas scoring 2 goals a minute 34 apart. Both of them have been not, really perfect goals. They've sort of been scrambles, but they count just the same. First of all, it was Chris Fess at the 10:04 mark. And I'll tell you, that's going to take a lot of heart out of the Greece Lightning.
Aquinas goal, scored by number 21, Paul Colucci. Assisted by number 23, Chris Fess, and number 9, Jeff Nucitelli. Colucci from Fess and Nucitelli. Time of the power play goal, 11:32.
And back comes a shot by Polizzi. Now Roskowski. What a finish this one has had. We were down to within 5 minutes to go before Aquinas scored their first one. There's now 3 minutes left in regulation. This one could be headed for overtime. Carello, Joe Carello with the puck. And not being able to keep it in was Seibold. Lapani knocks it away, and they knock it ahead. Here comes DiBattista with a drive, and the save made by Carello, but he let out a rebound. It could have trickled in. Seibold centering it. Ewing comes up with it. Ewing sends it down ice. This will be an icing call against Aquinas, stopping the clock with 2:32 remaining regulation. We're tied at 2-all. As Chris Fess scored at 10:04 and Paul Colucci at 11:34. Colucci on a scramble. Fess picking up an assist along with Nusatelli. Jeff Nusatelli with 2 assists, assisting on both goals. The shots are right now 26-25 in favor of Greece. Really, Aquinas did not have many opportunities through the first 2/3 of this third period. They've turned it on for the last couple minutes, although Greece has come back with a little strength here since the tying Aquinas goal. Herniker, who has not been heard from, their leading scorer today. And here's a shot taken by Schumacher, goes over the net. It comes to the near side. And back to the point now for Herniker. Herniker skating in, loses the puck. Coming away with it now is Colucci, who tied up the game moments ago. Colucci going in. Colucci centering it, goes wide. Here's Ewing keeping it in. Ewing with a drive, right out in front, the shot. It is Chris Fess, and the rebound cleared away by Grease. Grease came very close to giving up the go-ahead goal there. There's 1:55 remaining in regulation. And Jeff Howell behind the net. He works it over for Schumacher. No, it goes to Ewing. It's loose in the corner. Bronya. Bronya tries to get it out. Gabalski sends it into the corner. Gabalski along with Bronya. Bronya wins it from Gabalski. Bronya takes it behind the net, sweeps it past Fess. And out to center ice now is Herniker. Here's a one-on-one. Herniker with a backhander. Carello makes the save. Puck goes to the near corner. 1:26 to go in regulation. Puck loose along the near boards. And here comes, it's intercepted by Bird. Bird, now a pass to Schumacher. Schumacher going, and he scores! Dave Schumacher! As the Grease Lightning have taken a 3-2 lead. The puck was stolen from Aquinas. Schumacher wound up with it right in front of Carello. The time of the goal is the 13:48 mark. There is just a minute 12 remaining. Schumacher, who during the regular season scored 9 goals, comes up with a big one here. And now I believe maybe Aquinas has called timeout. No, Aquinas comes back out onto the ice with a minute 12 remaining as the 28th shot by Grease beats Carello. And Grease is back into the lead, 3-2 with 72 seconds left. Yes, Aquinas has called the timeout, and they will map the strategy for pulling Bob Carello at this point. We are ready for a fantastic finish here from the Community War Memorial. It was like, you know, how long was Aquinas going to be denied? And if you'd ask probably a lot of people after Aquinas tied it up, well, Grease will roll over and die. It's kind of a syndrome that happens in a lot of sports. You've worked so hard, and all of a sudden you're even, and you give up the game-winning goal. But Grease did not do that. They came back, put the pressure on.
Grease
they looked real good.
Scored by number 24, Dave Schumacher. Assisted by number 16, Jeff Howell.
Well, Howell was the one that stole the puck.
From Howell. Time of the goal, 13:48.
Howell was the one that stole the puck, passed it to Schumacher right in front of the net, and he went in all alone. There's 1:12 remaining in this game. An unbelievable turn of events. This is not the last game for either team. The winner plays Auburn. 5 o'clock next Saturday at Brockport. The runner-up plays Rome Free Academy at Utica's Memorial Auditorium, 3:30 Saturday. Probably an easier go playing Auburn than Rome Free. A minute 12 remaining.
Number 19, Jamie Bird.
Somebody's in the penalty box for Aquinas. It is a 5-on-5 situation. I don't see anybody in the box for Grease. And Grease sends it into the zone with 1:05 to go. Ewing getting it out to Nusatelli. Nusatelli, there's 1 minute to play in this game. Nusatelli. And Colucci. Colucci with a drive. It goes wide. It's up in the air. It's knocked down Fess. And here is DiMatteo. DiMatteo sends it towards the empty net. It'll be icing. And the faceoff will come back in the Grease zone with 4:45 remaining. There you see the empty Aquinas net. Probably the first time all year the Aquinas net has been empty. And the faceoff will come to the left of Mills. Fess on along with Gabalski. Nusatelli, Flanagan. There's only 4 Grease players out there, 4 Aquinas players. And here comes the extra Grease player, Herniker. Flanagan comes off. Colucci. Grady Monks is the extra attacker. Ewing. 6 on 5, but the net is empty. Won by Greece. Herniker will ice the puck again if it gets that far. And racing after it is Howell. And the puck icing waved off. No, not waved off. Again, we cannot hear whistles up here. 34 seconds remaining. 3-2. Greece leads. Greece led 2-0. Aquinas tied it up within a minute 34. And then 2 minutes and 14 seconds later, Greece took the lead. They're down the length of the ice with 28 seconds left. Here's Howell going in on the empty net. Howell just backhands it in. It's 4-2, and Greece is going to pull a major upset. No icing. And that one looked like it was going to win it for Greece automatically, but icing was the call, and the faceoff comes back into the Greece zone. Well, anytime Greece gets the puck, they just send it down ice. Fess out along with Flanagan, Gabalski, Colucci, and Ewing, and Nusatelli. Probably 6 of the finest hockey players you'll find anywhere in Monroe County at the high school level, excluding the Amherst. And it's Ewing sending it into the far boards. There's 23 seconds left. Gabalski sends it towards the net, goes behind the net, and the net comes off its moorings. Stopping the clock with 18 seconds left. Well, Aquinas definitely win, lose, or draw here this afternoon, has played off their game. Whether Greece forced that playing off their game or not, that's the intangible. Herniker will take the draw against Chris Fess. A.J. Herniker. Greece trying to climax a miracle season. 18 seconds remaining. And the draw comes to the far side, comes back, a shot taken, it's blocked out front, it's still loose, and here's an opportunity, and it's covered up on by Greece. Here's Colucci knocked off the puck, and here comes Greece out with 7 seconds left. Herniker scores, it's all over. And Greece will have upset the Aquinas Little Irish. There was a stiff check administered just inside the Greece blue line. Possibly a penalty could have been called on that, allowing Herniker to come out and score the empty net goal. The time of the goal is 14:56, and it is all over. It's 4-2. As Herniker comes up with the empty net goal.
Greece goal scored by number 17, A.J. Herniker. Assisted by number 16, Jeff Howell. Herniker from Howell, time of the goal, 14:56.
Schumacher from Howell wins it. Herniker from Howell cements it. Fess will take the draw now against Herniker as Aquinas is going to get down to their first league defeat. And off the face-off, it's just a matter of time. It is all over. And the Greece Lightning have beaten the Aquinas Little Irish by a score of 4-2 in the Section 5 Monroe County Hockey League Final. In only their 3rd year of existence, have captured the crown as we see a jubilant Greece bunch of players. I wouldn't have said before the game that Greece had much of a chance at all. Aquinas had dominated the league, had dominated the 3 games played. There you see Ray Maluda getting congratulations, the coach of the Greece Lightning. Although Greece is a fine hockey club, I really thought Aquinas was better. But they managed to do everything right this afternoon. They gave up a couple of scramble goals. Instead of the usual picture-perfect goals that Aquinas gets, they had to settle for a couple of scruffy ones. But they did tie up the game. And here is the post-game handshake. An unbelievable finish. Well, Aquinas was going for the double win in basketball, and they come up not winning either one of them. Greece wins the double. Greece Arcadia winning the double A, well, no longer double A, double B championship, and the Greece Lightning winning the hockey title. So Greece will play Auburn Saturday at Brockport at 5 o'clock. And Aquinas goes against Rome Free, who haven't lost in 2 seasons, at the Utica War Memorial Saturday at 3:30 as the state tournaments begin. Well, this was an action-packed final you really couldn't want for a much better game. The shots on goal were 29-28 in favor of
Both teams
Greece.
line up on the blue line.
And the award ceremony will be coming up momentarily. 4 goals scored in that last period as Greece beats Aquinas by a score of 4-2. Chris Ford with the 2 early goals for Greece. Then Chris Fess and Paul Colucci scored late in the 3rd period, the last third of that period, to tie it up. Dave Schumacher scores in a breakaway with 1:12 remaining. A.J. Herniker with an empty net at 14:56. Oh, a stunning upset here. And there we see Greece and the scoreboard. Greece right along the blue line. And Tony Bronya coming over to talk with Dennis Sadler.
The second star from Greece, number 30, Mike Mills.
Mills awarded the second star. Was Bronya what star, first or third? Well, we'll know in a second.
And the first star with 2 goals from Greece, number 26, Chris Ford.
Yeah, you'd have to go with that. He scored early when it gave Greece the momentum, even though it was Dave Schumacher's goal that eventually won it. So Chris Ford, the number 1 star.
Runners-up Aquinas and their captain, please step forward to receive their runner-up trophies.
And the number 3 star was Tony Bronya. Bronya, I know I felt played just an excellent hockey game. He did a pretty good job on Chris Fess, holding Fess to just 1 goal.
Greece, please come forward.
Tony Bronya. Chris Fess not very happy as he took the package that was given him and just sort of tossed it into the bench. I'm sure he is quite disturbed.
Congratulations, Greece.
And that's going to do it from the Rochester Community War Memorial.
The winner today, Greece, plays Auburn.
As Greece pulls a stunning upset, beating Aquinas by a score of 4-2. This has been Wayne Fuller, hoping you've enjoyed this special telecast of Greece beating Aquinas in the Section 5 final, as we see the Greece Lightning doing the post-game skate with the Section 5 championship trophy. The Greece Lightning, coached by Ray Maluta, in only their 3rd season of existence. After being manhandled 3 times by Aquinas, the 3rd time probably the closest, 7-4, the Greece Lightning pull a stunning upset, 4-2 over the Aquinas Little Irish this afternoon here at the home of the Rochester Amerks, the Rochester Community War Memorial. The final score, Greece 4 and Aquinas 2. Thanks for joining us on this special telecast of the Section 5 hockey final.